Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking love and marriage, Huntsville. Y'all know why y'all here. Anything I say is alleged in my personal opinion and all of the things, you guys. So we have to talk about Mr. Messy, Carlos King himself, you guys. It is a hot mess right now. It is a live of his that is going on for 2 hours, and it is featuring, you guys, none other than Nell Fletcher and also Akeisha from Bell Collective, who is reading down. Carlos King is getting her digs in, and I love the Leo energy. That is how a Leo is, you guys. That is how a true Leo is. When you want the actual truth, when you want the real opinion straight, no chaser, no BS, no fumbling of anything, that is Akeisha to the T. That is her. So nonetheless, in this video, though, we need to discuss the Love and Marriage Huntsville component. So Carlos King really didn't review the episode per se. He only wanted to talk about you know, Leticia versus Shenita, and I don't know why he was hyping up Leticia, like Leticia was about to do something, you know, and then he had asked Nell who did he think would go between her and Kimmy or whatever else, and I think Nell felt a certain type of way. Because later on in the live, she was like, well, because they're trying to do comparisons right now on Potomac of who's the Giselle of Huntsville and Bell Collective, who's the Grand Dame of Huntsville and Bell Collective. Nobody cares, Carlos. And so Nell was like, well, you know, can't we say now that Kimmy's finally clocked back in? That she's clocked back in, and that Destiny's been saying about me that I'm waiting for you to have your grand dame moment. Man, it is just full of delusions, you guys. It is just full of delusions over there. I don't know what's happening, y'all, in Huntsville. But nonetheless, in the other piece, Carlos wanted to hype up the Mel and Destiny scene and wanted to ask about the respectful cheating comment. And that is when Nell said, listen, there is no way that she believes that Mel was having any conversations with this side chick about no respectful cheating. And even Akeisha was like, no, those type of conversations are like, if you're with my husband, you can have him. If if X, Y, and Z is taking place or whatever. But it's not about, no, oh, you can respectfully cheat, because there was nothing there's nothing, number one, respectful about cheating to begin with, right? But number two, we have a side chick who has been completely unhinged this entire time and has wanted to insert herself and try to make herself famous this entire time. So there is no capacity, there is no way that Mel and the side chick were ever friends, were ever cool, were ever on the same page. No. Even Nell, even though she didn't want to say Destiny was a liar, she basically said Destiny was a liar when she said, I don't believe that, right? But for some reason, she believes Destiny's partial text messages in regards to the Sonny and Moses thing. But nonetheless, you guys, then Carlos wanted, before we even really got into the review of Love and Marriage Huntsville, which I still don't think there really was one, he asked Nell about the live that she did, you know, about a week or so ago, in which she was addressing what happened at the Polo Classic with Martel's side chick. And, you know, wanted to get like some follow-up information, wanted to get some details on her friendship with Mel. And Nell said that she has not heard from Mel. Mel has not called her. She has not called Mel. Mel has not asked her to speak out or defend her or any of those things. Nell is trying to say that, you know, whether her and Mel fall out tomorrow, that she is not going to take up a friendship with the side chick. Destiny, take notes. But nonetheless, is still trying to frame Pitchergate as though this was a PR person's fault on Martel's end, and trying to set it up to make it look like Nell and the side chick were friends, right? But she said in no capacity is she about to be friends with somebody's side chick, and that she wouldn't do that herself, and wanted to relay that she's never talked to the side chick, but also mentioned that she wanted to kill K-I-L-L a side chick before. But what about what happened with Chris's first marriage? Are we just going to kind of bypass that whole situation and the love letters? Are we just going to have amnesia and just pretend that that didn't happen? Nonetheless, you know, Nell wanted again to reiterate that, you know, she's counseled Mel and Martell, that she was there for Mel, you know, and that this side chick was a constant a topic of conversation, and just didn't understand, you know, why all this stuff was happening. And it sounds like now that you and Chris's counseling did not help. It sounded like it did not you know, work on the whole marriage, you guys. It sounded like whatever counseling you were giving them failed to launch, because the marriage is over and the side chick is in the picture still, and they have a child together, right? So obviously this counseling, this mentorship that you and Chris keep speaking about, it clearly did not go the way that you were expecting it to go, because Mel got fed up with the BS. Mel got sick and tired of being sick and tired, and decided she was not about to put up with this foolishness. So I don't know what type of counseling you were giving Mel, but the counseling did not counsel. So nonetheless, with that being said as well, Carlos wanted to know whether or not Nell had spoken with Martell since the Polo Classic incident, and Nell said no. She said that Martell, though, called Chris Fletcher immediately after the live. So once again, you guys, this cast watches all of us. This cast watches everybody, and have, whether they're on their burner accounts, whether out in the bushes or whatever, they watch everything people say. And so apparently Martell called Chris Fletcher immediately after Nell's live and was like, and basically just wanted to reiterate that he did not set up Nell. But nonetheless, Nell's like, well, why didn't you call me? Why didn't you tell me? And then wanted to allege that this alleged PR person was fired, or has been fired, or whatever. But nonetheless, you guys, nonetheless, you know, it just feels like Nell is still trying to prove something, and I just don't get it at this point. I don't get it at all, because it's like, if you were Mel's friend, and, you know, you're seeing all this controversy, and you're seeing all this stuff that's happening, you care more about the social media opinion of fans and strangers that you do not know, as opposed to picking up the phone and calling Mel and saying, Mel, these pictures aren't what they seem. Mel, I'm still team you, and da-da-da-da-da. You have not spoken to her since all of this has transpired, as if it's no big deal, but you found it a big enough deal to go live on your platform because you did not like the comments and the connotation that you were friends with the side chick. But you, for whatever reason, do not want to pick up the phone, do not want to send a text message, do not want to contact your so-called friend of all of these years, Mel, your so-called friend that you have counseled all of these years about her marriage and Mel. You don't want to pick up the phone at all to say, hey, it is not what you think. We were invited to the Polo Classic. I tried to find out who was going to be at Martell's table and blah, da, 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 da. They asked Chris to model or whatever. Didn't know the side chick was going to be there. The way that they tried to set up these pictures to make it seem like me and her were, you know, getting along and all this and that. And it wasn't like that. And, you know, and the girl tried to say that we were going to try to have a TMZ moment, and Nell was like, nah. But the fact that you're just going so hard to just get favor with the fans, to get favor with Mel supporters and the Mellometer so that you don't get dragged, is more important to you than your friendship with Mel.
Because if you are a real friend, none of the social media nonsense matters. What matters is that you and Mel are in a good place. But just like what happened on the show, Mel always has to find out on social media that you're talking spicy about her. That you're calling her stubborn and you're comparing her and Martel, talking about how they have similar demeanors and all this other foolishness. And that's going to make Mel feel a certain type of way. But I don't understand. It's going on a couple of weeks, and you have not thought to pick up the phone to contact Mel to say, hey, Mel, you know, I just want to make sure you and I are good. I just want to make sure X, Y, and Z, you know, that what you saw, it's not what you think it is. So I wonder if there's a falling out with them at the reunion, too. Because what the heck? And then I guess Carlos King asked her to describe the taping of the reunion, and she said powerful. So nonetheless, we'll continue to, you know, but I feel like I said, this reunion's not going to air till like March or April of this year, the rate that we're going, you guys. But, that was really it, you know, as far as that goes. I don't know if this is going to be a thing where it's going to be more cast members from Love and Marriage Huntsville that are going to be a part of this Messy Mondays. But nonetheless, it was a drag fest from the start in terms of Carlos dragging Nell's Wi-Fi because it kept freezing up and it looked like it was, you know, 2G. It looked like it was dial-up. It looked like it was broadband. It looked like it was AOL. It looked like it was, you know, somebody had to call in on the line and get connected first. It was a lot going on. There was no 4K. There was no 5G. It just was barely a G, you guys. So there is that. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.